Blaster 5000s, also known as spacers, also known as more painful than braces itself. But what gives, Bentist? Why do I have to have these crazy painful spacers in my mouth? Well, what if I told you that you just might not have to anymore? That's right, so first we need to figure out what are these spacers for and why are they painful? Well, first off, these spacers are meant to, well, create space between the tooth for a certain thing that we used in orthodontics for a long time called the band. It was a band, a metal band that wrapped around your tooth so that we could get things in there like a wire. The reason why this is important is because you have certain things back in the day that we could not attach brackets to. We couldn't attach it to regular crowns, we couldn't attach it to stainless steel crowns, and so we had to find ways to band these teeth so that the brackets with the glue could stay there, because they were only meant to bond to normal teeth, not fake teeth. And so we use these spacers by popping them in there to create room between the teeth to wedge them apart from each other, creating enough space so that metal band can go down around that tooth. And when you move a tooth very quickly, like wedging something in between, well, it's pretty painful. And we didn't only use it for the bracket side, we actually used it for appliances too. So when you had expanders and things like that, that's normally the time you're getting these spacers. What if I told you that now we don't necessarily need these anymore? There's been a ton of different innovations that have came up. And in fact, we use things like Assure Plus now, which is a different type of formula that can actually bond directly to metal or to crowns and real teeth. So in our office, we don't use bands at all and we don't use spacers at all. But wait, Bentist, if you don't use that, how do you get an expander or something on there? Well, nowadays we actually have ways to basically scan everything and they snap on to the top of the teeth, not needing any type of band around the side. They just kind of snap and mold to the top of the tooth, which is really cool. So now, just like we used to use those goopy impressions, now we use digital impressions, and we used to use headgear and crazy stuff, and now we wear rubber bands. We used to have the old school retainers, and we wear these clear aligner retainers now. We don't have to use these anymore because of these new innovations. So if you're getting braces soon, don't worry, you probably also won't get them. So if you go to the orthodontist and you see all these old school things there, maybe find a new orthodontist. That would probably be my suggestion.